Erev Tov. The Malachim who come to visit Avram and Sarah, so there are three issues that are raised. One is to heal Avram, and one is to deal with Zdom, and one is to tell him that he and Sarah will have a child. That at the appointed time, a year from now, whatever, when we return again to see you, you will have a child. And the child will be from Sarah. So Avram reacts to all three malachim. He becomes healed, and the Brit Milah becomes the hallmark, so to speak, of the Jewish people throughout all of the ages. And regarding Zdom, we'll see that Avram Avinu attempts to mollify the decree against the destruction of Zdom. And he's able to prevail that if there are at least 10 righteous people, so then Zdom can be spared. And then he reacts to the story that he's going to become a father of a child born to him from Sarah. And the pasuk is ambiguous. The pasuk says that he laughed. So there are all types of laughs. There are laughs of derision and sarcasm, laughs of disbelief, and then there are laughs of joy, anticipation. So all the Meforshim say, and we see that in the conversation, so to speak, that heaven has with Avram later, that Avram laughed out of joy, not out of disbelief, but out of joy. He heard that heaven told him, heaven confirmed what the angel had promised, that Tine Sarah Ishtecha Yoledet L'cha bein, V'karasa Shmo Yitzchak, and in honor of the laugh, we'll call him Yitzchak. So the Torah views the laughter of Avram in a very positive way. And that's why we're called Yitzchak. Sarah was not addressed at all by the angel. Sarah Shomas Pesach. She is in back. She overhears the conversation with the angel. And when she hears that the angel says that Sarah is going to have a child, so Vatitzchak Sarah B'kir B'Olema, she laughed too. And she also said, no Mele, is it possible that I should give birth? Achrei belosi hoisoli ednon. After I am old and withered, all of a sudden I'm become young and fertile again. And then she said, Vadoni's okay. And my master is an old man. So in this, the Meforshim saw a number of moral lessons. One of the lessons is that you have to hear directly and not from overhearing something. Avram reacted positively because the angel spoke to him directly. He saw the angel, he knew what he was saying. So there are many times in life, sometimes if you hear the audio and you don't see the speaker, you don't quite relate to what is being said, because there are nuances, there are facial expressions, there's what the world calls body language. So Avram sees the angel and he believes him because he sees him. Sarah did not see him. He did not address Sarah. She only hears the soundtrack. So to her, it sounds funny, sounds strange, it sounds unbelievable. That's why it says that by Mamad Har Sinai, the Ramban points this out, and Rabbi Levi points it out in the Kuzari. By Mamad Har Sinai, all of the Jewish people had to be there to see it. Maybe it would have been enough. Moshe should come down and say, okay, here it is. Here's the Torah that I got. But that's a hearsay Torah. It's not an experiential Torah. And that's why it says, everybody had to see it. Everybody had to experience it. Because then it would have, so to speak, the stamp of truth to it. Like this, it's a story. We see that the Kuzri points it out, that all of the other faiths in the world are stories. One man came along and said, this is what happened, I saw it. So everything is secondhand. Everything is hearsay. And when it comes to hearsay, so that there's always room for doubt. That's why in halacha, the halacha is eid mipi eid is possible. I heard this witness testify that this happened. That witness is a trustworthy, pious, noble, honest person. Doesn't count. Because I didn't see it. I know about it. That's not sufficient. So by Torah also, that's not sufficient. So that's one important lesson that exists here in this parsha, that the difference between Avram and Sarah, the difference between the laughter of joy and acceptance and belief, and the laughter of doubt and disbelief and wonderment, is simply in the fact that the angel spoke directly to Avram and he did not speak to Sarah. And Sarah is merely overhearing the conversation. And that's not sufficient to build up trust or to build up the belief that's necessary. There's one other point that the Meforshim mentioned. I've discussed with you many times that one of the basic principles of the Torah is Drachei Darchei Noam. The Torah deals pleasantly. That's true in speech and action. The Torah meant that human beings should be pleasant to each other, not contentious. So I know in our world that rings very hollow. And especially in the task of media and the press is only to tear people down. And they're very successful at it. Because no one is perfect. And even if one is perfect, then one is not in the public eye. So we see here that the Rabboni Shalom Kaviochel, heaven, speaks again to Abraham and says to Abraham, Lo mozeh tzochako Sarah lemor afum no melei. Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she doubt me? And the Pasuk quotes what she said. Afum no melei v'ani zokanti. I'm too old. But you will notice that the voice from heaven did not repeat to Avraham Avinu that she said, Va'adoni zokeh. And he's an old man. It's beyond him. Because that would have hurt him. He would have felt insulted. So the Gemara says that you could be mishane. You don't have to say everything in order to make a better situation. Somebody comes and asks you, do you like my tie? You're not supposed to give your opinion. You're supposed to say it's very nice, it's a nice tie, wear it in good health. Can't say the color doesn't fit you, even though the color does not fit you. When everybody, we all know when anybody comes and says, no, I want to tell you the truth, you know, you got a duck. So we see because of Drachei Darchei Noam, the Bodhi Shalom didn't tell him Vadoni Zokeh. He just told him that she didn't feel she could have a child. So that is another great lesson from this incident that the Torah records for us. How to deal in delicate situations, so to speak, to make certain that we maintain the idea and the principle that Drachei Darchei Noam, and if it's not Drachei Darchei Noam, it's not Torah, it's something else, but it's not Torah. The Torah is only Drachei Darchei Noam. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashi Omer Rotza Kodesh Baruch Hu L'Zakot Yisrael V'Chal Chirva Lahem Torah Mitzvot Shenemar Adonai Chafetz Aman Tzidko Yagdil Torah V'Yadir.
Amen.